by the next week, we are going to start studying some main principles of the half guard, especially when the opponent is executing the half guard. So I'd like you guys to pay attention in some certain situations here that you may find yourself on the half guard. In my opinion, it is one of the best guards in Jiu-Jitsu and one of the most offensive ones. But that's my opinion. It is a very offensive guard that opens up many different options to transition into many different guards as well. So when the half guard is very well executed, you can manage to put your opponent into many different guards during transition. So from the start, in order to have a very strong half guard, you have to be on your side. So forget about keeping your back flat on the mat when you are doing a half guard. Forget about it. In this kind of situation, it is very easy to get smashed. So when the person who is doing the half guard manages to close distance and you going up like this, it is very dangerous as well because he can transition to a deep half guard in sweeps, breaking our balance very easily. So these are some main concepts. So when he gets into this position here, all closed up, I'd like you guys to tell me, why is this position so strong for him? Why is he so strong in this position here? Can someone tell me? He's grabbing my back. He has the underhook on me. He's on the side. What else? All right. So he's strong here in this position because he's in fetal position. I have to find a way somehow to stretch him up and put your back flat on the mat. Look how his back, the pressure on his legs are already like light me up, and how I can pull my knee out. So this is one of the main principles for you in order to start passing the half guard of your opponent. So every time when he's in this position here, he's very strong. So I'd like you guys to remember me by the next week, the guard pass. Today we are going to only study half guard sweeps. So we will wrap up the sweeps today, and next week we are going to study half guard passes. So I need you guys to remember me. So very often the guys, they ended up falling to this position here. It is a very powerful sweep, and it is kind of one of your last options that you can have when the person already hugged you and is started already to put pressure on you with your back flat on the mat. And he's already starting to pass you by pointing out his knees to the side. He already beat me up in that position. I am not in fed up position anymore with my back flat on the mat, and this is when I do like this. I'm going to grab his lapel just like so. When I get that lapel, when he is putting all of his pressure to pass my guard here, I follow him, and when he thinks that he already passed me, I just scoop underneath him, and I do just like so, inverting this position. I use a combination of my upper body and hips, and you gotta be quick. It is about timing. So it is very hard to do it in a very, it is very hard to do it slowly. But you can create great leverage with this technique, especially when the person is pointing the knee out to smash you. So when he has his hips on top of you and he points out his knee to the left side, in this case here, to the outside, this is when you are going to do this move with your hips. All right, did you get it, guys? Which is like a drill that we normally do here. And I work with my shoulders, which is one of my lines of defense here. So we are in this position here. He hugged my neck, put my back flat on the mat, and this is when I execute the sweep. So he gave me the sweep, but you gotta have good timing. So come here, Samuel, please, so Fernando can see it. So he really gotta do that move, so he has to, so he can manage to pass my guard here. Hey coach, does the sweep only works when you have that grip on a lapel? Yes, this kind of sweep only works when you have that kind of grip. So generally during the match, the lapel is already loose and I have the option here to scup underneath his knee, to scup behind his knee, but I don't have to do it. I don't need to do it. When he hugs my neck, it becomes even easier. As you can see, his hips are on top of my hips here. Can you see? At this moment here, he's going to put pressure moving forward. Do everything in only one motion somehow. What is going to allow me to sweep him is my hip shifting and the movement of myself grabbing the lapel and turning him. Put some pressure here on top of me. So I'm here, and just like so, I can manage to hold him for a little bit. I can defend from here in many different kinds of situations. But today, I only want you guys to train this move here, in which he starts to putting pressure on you and moving his hips, and you just have basically to shift your hips, deflecting his weight. And he's gone. But I have to finish the movement, so I can go on top and establish my position on him. Can I grab his belt? Not the belt, because normally the belt slides around the body, around the waist. And normally during the fight, during the match, the belt is very loose. And when you pull, you take the chances of the belt coming off. Hey, Stephanie. When you arrived here, you used to fall into this sweep very often, eh? Yeah, this is why I asked about the lapel, because I've never paid attention to that detail there of you setting up the trap. Yeah, this sweep works very well, especially when he starts putting pressure, hugging the head, controlling the head here. So as you guys can see, but if I only open, he's going to move to a side control here, Honki Sagatami position. So it is a combined movement. Oh, come back there, please. So I gotta keep the pressure here with my legs, just trapping his feet. Go there, try to pass. But put more pressure to get out of here. And he's not able to get out of my legs here. Can someone explain me? See, he's already losing balance. Let's grab the other black belt here, the visitor. Hey, come here, buddy. Where are you? Oh, come here, Gaúcho. Come here, go into that position, try to put some pressure on me. Are you having a good time there? I think you are not, right? Can you feel if I am using some strength here? No, I'm not. This is how I trap him, like my both legs are clamping him just like so. So your both knees, they get together, putting pressure on him. The strength here is not in the triangle headlock trap, but it is in my pressure here, clamping my legs, touching knee with knee. So what's your name? Christian. So go ahead, Christian. Go ahead, Christian. Put more pressure. Go ahead, Christian. Put some more pressure. You are having a hard time there, aren't you? So that's the moment when his hips is close to my hips, all of his weight is on top of me. He's trying to put some pressure, and that's the moment, guys. He doesn't want to lose that grip that he has on his neck. And it is at this moment. I don't have to use the second grip there with my right hand, but you also can do it. I don't need to, but if you want to guarantee that he's going for a ride, you grab it and turn. So come here, Christian, for you to train this position a little bit. So if you get the position right, the person can put the biggest pressure on you, and you clamp knee with knee. And look how I am progressing the position here. And look how I'm progressing the position here. If you don't have that knee clamping, I can just slide right through it and pass the guard. So if we study properly this half guard fundamentals, we will do very well. These are small details that will make the difference during the match. So sometimes you see the people putting a lot of using a lot of strength to making like the triangle padlock, but when you do that, you leave a bigger hole. When in reality, we should do just like so, this clamp here. And then when you have this clamp here, Lucas, is when you have time to grab the lapel and move to different positions to make the opponent to move. We go for a deep half guard, but myself having only those that grip and that clamping, I can rely only on that with timing, precision, and hip shifting. And of course, it is a combination of and I gotta move my arms as well. So I'm here in this position, right? So when I do like the hip shifting, look at my shoulders, how I move. So right now, it is my shoulder that is moving to adjust the position, which it is our last line of defense. So I come here for the last time, Fernando. Today we have time, okay? Today I'm not gonna push you guys too hard. So he's passing, I got the lapel, and pay attention to my shoulder here. My hips are loose. And I am using my shoulders to turn. And he cannot go to the right or to the left because I am blocking him. So after the sweep properly done, it becomes easier for me to progress to any kind of position here. Did you guys get it? Us. So you guys can do it. Us.